it started off.
Yeah.
And he was very, well, him and you,
yeah.
very sort of helpful and nice to me. But I think he might be
as well as
that's very bad. Where do you want me to go?
yeah, that's great.
I can't see where they're...
We'll be alright.
I'll tell you what we can do, Josh. You just move that there and then just sort of pitch on the end. Yeah, I need to come back and just move this enough juice. I might put that on that side and just for a sound check. Whether you like it or not.
Well, that was why I was asking.
Probably utter madness.
Oh yeah.
I really love the tune of this one, but I think I'm just about to remember everything I've got to do. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm doing that fast and bit really by myself because I think I sussed out what tune.
So I'm going to start with one that Robbie wrote called The Ghost of Hank Williams. Got a song in my head but only writing down the rain. I can hear the Gibson ringing from inside its case. Yet another mutation, yet another new cliche. Well, Robbie got me into music. If it hadn't been for Robbie introducing me to getting out and playing with the band, I'd just be a bedroom player. So I think the first gig I did with Robbie, ironically, I was playing drums and I was so drunk because I was so nervous. I had to lean back against the wall. And then that's when I decided drums are not for me. Hey, hey, get out of my case. Damn these diesel days, I want to hear a whistle whine. So thanks to Robbie, he taught me the basics of harmonica and the very basics of slide guitar, and then I took it on from there. Drank all the bourbon I could buy you. You stuffed your jaw so full of vindaloo that you could hardly talk.
tell me there's no payoff where you can get out and walk.
Robbie's songwriting is so amazing that encouraged me to try and be half as good and to write my own songs.
You just blown my cool.
So the whole thing is down to Robbie for me.
There you are, classic and bitch boogie.
Playing live, the instruments that I play and songwriting.
And your old man don't wanna know. He treats me like a brother and he's picked you out another land. So has that fever grown? Only the gringo across the border and the Mexican daughter know. Hey, hey, Mexican hero, you got to meet me on the corner in the quarter when nobody knows.
If there was no Robbie, there would be no me doing this. It's simple as that.
Blue living, the price you have to pay for a chance in your arm when things are just not going your way. Blue living, no place you can run to hide away from things that you did and things you haven't done. Blue living, one thing I know for sure, you don't always reap the benefits of seeds that you've so carefully sown. Makes me wanna blow. Well, I'm underneath the shadow of the coin of fortune tossed above.
My name's Roger. I was playing with a band called Maxwell Street in the 80s with Mark Cole and various other reprobates. Mark said to me, you know what, would you like to come and play with some other guys? And yeah, I agreed, you know, and I met Robbie for the first time, and you know, the first thing that really struck me was this is a band who's really just totally passionate about music. And whilst he had his demons, he was just an awesome songwriter. And the thing that struck me was that the sheer breadth of musical styles that he was able to turn his hand to, from jazz to country, to Zydeco, Cajun. It was boundless, and he was a consummate musician.
It does no good to complain. You gotta keep pushing for the brakes on the street to come around again.
The thing that really is enduring for me is just the quality of the songs and just how timeless some of those are. I'm thinking of Blue Levy, which has always been on my mind. I think it's probably, in the right hands, it would have been, an absolute classic and, an incredible song that should have got to a much, much wider audience. Maybe one day it will, and maybe some of this stuff will get into wider audiences now, because that's what it deserves.
My baby don't love me, she loved my automobile. My baby don't love me, she loved my automobile. She can't wait, get behind the wheel. Take it away, play the blues.
Me and my mate were trying to get this rhythm and blues band together, and a guy called John Garton, also known as Birder, he said, you should meet this guy, Robin Eatwell. He's really into blues, but he's got into the coasters. So we went round his house at Wadden and met him, and then we went with some mates. So we went out and had a drink, we talked about music. We didn't actually get him involved. The project didn't take off at the time, but then later, I just played with Robin twice in two projects. I known him for 45 years, and I really was his friend, and I hung around with him. We went out drinking, went to gigs, and I only was involved in playing with him a couple of times really. One was at the beginning where he played the harmonica in my band, the Rover, so he was a harmonica player. And that's what he was interested in at the time.
She can't wait to get behind the wheel. Now listen to this, listen. Now she don't care if I'm stoned or sloppy drunk. Hey mama, she don't care if I'm stoned or sloppy drunk. As long as she got the keys and the same power in the trunk.
And then I did get involved in another project with him in the 90s called Sailing Show, which again was another one of Robin's projects. We rehearsed it, it didn't amount to anything. But I still used to know him and keep in touch, and he'd phone me up and moan about people. So I spent more time socialising with Robin than I did actually physically playing gigs with him.
How was he like to hang out with?
He was Robin. He knew a lot. He had an encyclopedic knowledge of music. Robin did. That's one thing. He knew everything about American music of the 60s and 50s, I suppose. And you could name anyone. He was the only person I knew who'd ever heard of the Knickerbockers, who were a band from New York from the 60s. And I said to to Robin, no one had ever heard of them because they were a band that sounded like the Beatles. People thought they were the Beatles when they came out in America. And Robin had their album. You'd have every album, if you'd mention anything, Robin had that album. She's the dynamite woman, never gonna let her go. She's the dynamite woman, and I love her so. She's the dynamite woman, never gonna let her go. She's the dynamite woman, and I love her so. Take it away, Mike. I don't think he really liked live, but I think he liked doing his demos. Because in the band, what you have to do is get a set of songs together and learn them. Robin didn't have the patience to do that. He kept getting distracted. He'd do one song, then he'd think of another one. He thought it was a bit mundane, the work involved in the band. I think that's what he thought.
Fair.
Seems like another
first time I met Robbie, well, I'd seen Robbie play a few times in bands. Left Hand Drive comes to mind, a really good band, a really good vibe. The first time I actually met him was at a party, and I can't remember whose party or the reason, but I can recall sitting in the corner, the two of us with a guitar, and we were chatting, and he said something like, "Show me what you do." And at the time I was just young, sort of pub rock, 3 chords, R&B, lots of youthful energy, but he was very complimentary. And I said, what I'd really like to play is stuff like Little Feat, which was my favourite band at the time, but I didn't know anybody who loved Little Feat. And Rob's eyes lit up, and he took the guitar and he retuned it to an open tuning, got a slide out, and he started playing all that Little Feat stuff that I'd never heard anybody play other than this. I'd never seen anybody play. And it was just eye-opening. It was so great just to... It was like a lesson, just to hear him play the syncopation and the slide and all these weird chords. It was great. And that was the first time I met him. He was able to play the stuff I loved, but I didn't have a clue about myself. And good, lesson learned. So Robbie was always good with words. I mean, if you listen to his lyrics, you know that. And there was one time, one song that I'd written that we used to play called Mortician Blues, and I sang it, and Robbie was at the microphone, and he introduced the song, and he said, this next one's by Derek, and Derek's a cross between Freddie King and Stephen King. And I always loved that, and I still use that. Whenever I play that song these days, I still use that phrase, and I still reference Robbie. I say, an old bandmate Robbie once described me as Freddie King and Stephen King, so that was really nice, and I still use that today.
Robbie's famous, his song was recorded by Johnny Winter, and it was called Medicine Man. Robbie never played this song live. I've never seen him play it. I used to say, Robbie, why did you play that song? And then you could tell people Johnny Winter did it. But I learned this the other day. I think you'll bear with me if I fuck it up.
Cause I'm your medicine man, yes I am.
perfect as a songwriter. He wrote loads of songs. In fact, he never did all his songs live. And I like to songwrite. I really like some of his songs, and maybe, some I like to, some not so much so. I think they're quite varied, some of his songs. And maybe some he didn't even pursue doing them live or developing them.
When I first met Robin, he did play in my band, The Roadrunners. He played the harmonica, and he was quite happy doing that until he, went on to bigger things. But he was just, we had that band, and he played the harmonica. So this is a song we used to do. 1, 2, 3. July 2nd, 1963. Absolute town for armed robbery. 4 o'clock in the morning, I was sleeping in my cell. Heard somebody yell, I heard somebody yell, there's a riot going on. Oh, there's a riot going on. There's a riot going on. I've been so long number 9. Now the riot started. I've been cell block number 4. Break so quickly cause the prison floor. I said, come on boys, get ready to run. Here come the one with it's coming down. There's a riot going on. Oh, there's a riot going on. There's a riot going on. I've been so long number 9. The one said come out with your hand in the air. You don't stop the riot, you're honored to get the chair. Robbie Jones said it's too late to quit. Pass the dynamite, there's a riot going on. God, there's a riot going on. There's a riot going on. I'm in cell block number 9. In the 47th hour, the tickets got a man. Backing ourselves, but every now and then, there's a riot going on. Oh, there's a riot going on. There's a riot going on. Up in the cell block number 9. There's a riot going on. No, there's a riot going on. There's a riot going on. Up in cell block, up in cell block, up in cell block number 9. There's a riot going on. Cell block number 9. Thank you.
And his main thing, he was really good at getting a groove going. He could get like a really good feel. Like he just start something on the guitar, and he was really good at that. That was one of his real strong points. That he was good at getting a groove. He was the master of the groove. And he was good to play with. He wasn't hard to play. It wasn't actually hard to play with him, so as you could get him to concentrate on what you were meant to be doing. He was easy to play with, but he was good. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he really, although he was a good performer, I don't think he really liked performing. There you go, but that's Robin.
Mike's going to do a song that he used to do with Robin.
Down and over on the
Well, I'm Chris Eatwell. I'm Robin's younger brother. Well, the first song I'm going to do is a song that Robin played to me in the 70s. I found it in his record collection, and it reminded me. So I learned that song. I thought, well, I'll start with that one today. And it's Robin pretty lucky. He liked the slide guitar. But I like this song generally. Good song.
Morning glory, this is a true life story. Someone came along and stole away the night. That's alright, no more trouble. Ain't gonna worry about tomorrow. I'm just thankful being where I am, and I am. Oh, what a feeling, better than the medicine for healing. Just as your heartstrings blow in the wind, you'll never end. Take this message from me inside, everything's gonna be alright. Oh, morning glory, this is a true life story. Someone came along and stole away the night. That's alright. Oh, what a feeling, better than the medicine for healing. Just as your heartstrings blow in the wind, you'll never end. Take this message from me inside, everything's gonna be alright.
And I'm going to do a collection of his more obscure stuff. I'm not like his modern stuff, it's quite obscure anyway. But these are ones I turned up, and various friends of Robin sent them to me. And so I thought I'm going to have a go at that.
Right, this next one he did right. Excuse me reading, I don't know these songs, I've just researched and learned them, you know, recently. It's so, no, that's a disclaimer out of the way. This one, I think he performed. I'm sure Michael certainly knows anyway. Lord, it's a bad situation when your love's a backdoor fix. She knows how well I'm addicted, but she just used me for kicks. There's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. Maybe I can walk away from grief. There's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. And I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. No, I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. Every time I think about it, him and her making love, I get to wear that cloak of misery that seems to fit me like a glove. But there's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. Maybe I can walk away from grief. There's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. And I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. Every time I think about it, him and her making love, get to wear that cloak of misery that seems to fit me like a glove. But there's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. Maybe I can walk away from grief. There's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. And I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. No, I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. Yeah, there got to be some changes made around here. Yeah, there got to be some changes made around here. Yeah, there got to be some changes made around here. 'Cause there's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. Maybe I can walk away from grief. There's a moon up the highway and I'm walking straight towards it. And I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. No, I ain't stopping till I'm underneath. No, I ain't stopping till I'm underneath.
In Dockham, it's in the bottom end of town. It doesn't exist now. That's where we started out. But when I was about 5, we moved to Bristol with our gran. Oh, we had great fun there. It was a place called Fish Ponds, at a local railway station. We used to play in there. Probably had good time. We both did. We used to have a lot of fun there, and quite an extended family. So there was lots of actors, and of course the spoiler. It was good fun. And we moved back to Cheltenham when I was about 10.
This next song, again, I stumbled on this on the recording. I don't think it's on the band count thing. No. It's called Clinging, and I think it's got a sort of commercial possibilities with a sort of contemporary group. But anyway, I'll sing it to you. It's off the wall, you know what I mean? Let's see how it goes. If there ain't nothing worth clinging on to, why are we still here? There's a far better thing to move on to before we disappear. And the eyes in your head look for what used to be, but it ain't no more. The whole just disappeared. Let's go from bad to worse. There's nothing round here that can be reversed. There's nothing worth clinging on to. Try that again. If there ain't nothing worth clinging on to, why are we still here? There's a far better place to move on to before we disappear. And the eyes in your head look for what used to be, but it ain't no more. The whole neighborhood just disappeared. And what's let's going from bad to worse? There's nothing round here can be reversed, 'cause there ain't nothing worth clinging on to. Though you're stuck in your ways, you're kinda longing the truth, and your roots go down to the ground. Little afraid there's a break to be made, and your memories are tying it down. Well, everybody gotta make a change. We all know, baby, that can sure feel strange, but let it go. No, there ain't nothing worth clinging on to.
started collecting music as soon as he had any money. As soon as he left school, he had a job, and but that was about the time, you see, when there was a 60s explosion in popular music. I mean, everybody, you know, the Beatles and Stones, Kinks and all that sort of thing, but he just soaked all that up, he did all that.
Before I came out, I had an email from Bobby Smokey, who was a really good friend of Robin's. He couldn't make it because he lives in York and he's not very well. But this song, he sent it to me before the funeral, and he loved it. So that's where I got this one from. It's a 6/8 feel to it. It's a minor sort of folky song, really. It's a thing. I got your message late last night from our old mutual friend. I see that you and Mr. P have fallen out again, which means they're probably watching me, whispering down this line. I'll meet you at the Black Dog Inn at 9:15. Puzzled up a change of clothes, some victuals and a note, which you will give to this old sea dog in the docks who has a boat. And all will be revealed to you, the name, the place, and the time. You in the Black Dog at 9:15. Well, the wheels went round and the time rolled by, held 30 years or more. And then nobody in this older had missed his brother more. Then out of the blue my mobile rang, and a voice came down the line. I'll meet you at the Black Dog Inn at 9:15. And a voice came down the line. I'll meet you at the Black Dog Inn at 9:15.
I took up the guitar later on and got into that, but Robin was really, he took it to another level really. He was, you know, he was interested in songwriting, very serious collector of music. You know, we used to make a bit of noise together, play together and that, and you play a few things.
Robin, in the mic,
Poor old granddad got away. Backstage, back on earth again. You know the grass is green. Come on strong, and it ain't too long before they make you feel a man. Love is blind, and you will find this boy again. I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger. When you want her lips, get her cheek, makes you wonder where you are. And if you want some more, and she fast asleep, leaves you twinkling with the stars. Poor old grandson, well there's nothing I can say. You have to learn, just like me, and that's the hard thing. Ooh la la. Wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger.
So I'm drumming tonight, which is great, I'm pleased to say. But I'm number 2 in the drum seat because Marty, who was supposed to be playing, went and broke his shoulder last week.
So I'm really sorry that I missed the gig, guys, but hopefully I'm sure you did Robbie proud. I first met Robbie back in the 1980s. To show you how long ago it was a very old technology, but I put an advert in the Gloucester Citizen. I think it said something like experienced drummer looking for fellow musicians or something like that. And I only got one reply, but luckily it was Robbie that replied to me, and he came out to rehearse at my place. I had a little rehearsal studio around the back of the house, and he came with Pete Douglas, who played bass, and Pete sadly is no longer with us either. But we got some stuff together, and we morphed into another band called the Dockery Boys, and had some great gigs. And they're some of the happiest musical times I think I've ever had. I guess you all know as well, you know, Robbie had his demons, and they manifested themselves a few times in my case, but at no point did I ever lose my respect for him and for his ability. He was a great songwriter, singer, harp player, and guitarist, and also arranger, because he had a skill for doing all of those things. And he taught me an awful lot, and for that I'll always be grateful. So thanks, Robbie.
So I'm sitting in on the drums. Mark sent me a recording of their practice, so I've been sitting at home practicing to back. So we'll see what happens. As long as I look as though I know what I'm doing, I think it'll be fine. So I met Robbie when I started out learning guitar, and that would be about the year 2000. and Mark Cole was running the open mic at the Cross Keys.
Yeah.
So Robbie used to go to that. He was really helpful. Suggested lots of stuff, chords, blah blah. So I often actually played to Robbie as well as watched him and saw how it was done. I now spend most of my time as a singer-songwriter, and I have to say I appreciate Robbie's songs as just being incredible. So bless you, Robbie. Hope we have a good night. I hope you're listening. And see you soon, eventually.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've all been waiting for. We had a lot of fun well, Marty did, but the rest of us had a lot. Stuart's not even rehearsed with this. Let's hear it, please, for everyone that's got up so far. Please make a big noise for Gordon, Steve, Mick, Chris, and Graham. Thank you. So we're gonna finish the night with 8 numbers. 7 of them are Robbie's originals. We do it anyway. They're getting it whether they. So we're going to start off with an old favourite about. We've all played this with Robbie over the years. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step across the danger zone. Wish the people left the things well alone. Cause that's strictly confidential. Oh yeah, well that's strictly confidential. People who tap dance in minefields are gonna get it. Come on.
Now you see a good friend of yours out enjoying a nice life. You don't know who he's with, but it sure ain't his wife. Let that poor woman alone on the shelf. The answer to the question you can keep to yourself. It's strictly confidential. Well that's strictly confidential. People who tap dance in minefields are gonna get it.
Got a cashmere suit, he drives a brand new Porsche and wears snakeskin boots. But where's it all come from? I got no idea, cause he's been drawing off the social for over a year. Well that's strictly confidential. Oh yeah, well that's strictly confidential. You know the people who tap dance in minefields are gonna get it.
Touching my nose with good intent. But when I got off the floor, I found my nose was bad.
I can see it.
You know, one damn blessing gonna lead to another. But how was I to know that cat was her brother?
Strictly confidential. Strictly confidential. People who tap dance Okay, we're going to do a song now Robbie wrote about Louisiana music.
Now, Mama, where's lightning? He's a missing again. He's a big child with his no good friend. He's as high as a kite on explosion, dancing to Miller's swamp monsters again. I'm dancing to Miller's swamp monsters again.
It's a song called I Got Levitation. Smokey used to sing this song to me when I didn't understand it, but I dug the melody. He sung it every time the jokers tried to grind him down. Oh, I got levitation. Yes, I got levitation. I can't rise above this stuff. The hole I'm in ain't deep enough. 'Cause I got levitation. everything keeps going round. Nowadays salvation ain't so quick to come along, but I believe that I can play the only hand I got, 'cause I got levitation. Yes, I got levitation. Oh, I'm in any demon up, I can ride above this stuff, 'cause I got levitation. All right. What do we got, boys? Oh, I got levitation. Yes, I got levitation. Oh, I got levitation. Yes, I got levitation. Yeah, we've got levitation. This one's a song about infidelity. Different motel matches, crazy little giveaway bites and scratches. This is a song about a guy and a girl that obviously have a big attraction for each other, but the problem is the girl comes to this bar that they go to with her husband, but he's not remotely interested in her, so this frisson starts happening between the singer of the song and the lady. Frisson. Thank you. Just a look at her eyes when she looks at me. No, you just can't disguise electricity. Joe, you bring her down here every weekend, and you pay us no mind, 'cause I'm too close a friend. Joe, can't you see what's going on? I'm telling you, Joe, don't leave us too long. Come on, Robbie. Now Joe, when she's feeling bored, and Joe, you know she feels ignored, she just looks over here and she feels adored. Do you bring her down here every weekend? You better pay me some money. I'm too close to friend. Joe, I don't care what's right or wrong. I'm telling you, Joe, don't leave us too long. Yeah, Tellin You Joe. There's a great version of that if you put the Dockery Boys in on YouTube, there's pretty much the full 1990 concert in the Guildhall. So this next song, Robbie did the odd political song, and this is a song about, of all people, Lee Harvey Oswald. Your common sense could lie. When the saviors you adore start to hit you down the line. Cynicism is my duty in the face of your faith out of hypocrisy. What your close friends, buddy, and your enemies can do you no harm. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just love that line. He said his name was Harvey, but it was Patsy, all right. I think that's fantastic line. Gordon's going to sing one, and this one isn't a Robbie, but he used to play with everyone, didn't he, Gordon?
He did. He played it with you, Mark.
He did.
Amongst other people. Go, let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance. Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance. Now when you're young, you better have your fun. Cause when you get old, you know your fun is done. Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. Oh, they only got one chance. Come on, take it away. chant. So let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance. Now take it easy now, take it easy. I said it, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Alright, let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. Well, let the kids dance. You know they only got one chance. So let the kids dance. So let the kids dance. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. Let the kids dance. Well, let the kids dance. One more time. Let the kids dance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance. They only got one chance.
Thank you very much, that's it. Quick, alright, we'll do one more then. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. So this is the last one tonight. You will have the opportunity, we'd really love you to sing along. There's a certain point where the band will drop down. We'll carry on singing. And if you can sing for Robbie, that would be lovely. It's a nice easy one when we get there, you'll recognise it. So this is another love song, or an end of a love song from Robbie. He was good at writing strong songs that didn't have a really normal structure, and this is one of those. There's 70 plus of Robbie's songs at robbiefisher.bandcamp.com. You can listen to them all there, you can buy them there, and all the money goes to British Heart Foundation. So please have a listen, and also if you buy all of the albums, you get quite a nice little discount as well. So there you go. And this is, we're going to leave you in this one. It's a song called Whole Lot of Rain. whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain. One more time. Ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Come on, everybody, the whole band, rock it. Ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Oh, ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Hey, ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Give it up, please, for Roger, Derek, Mick, Stuart, Mark, and Gordon. Thank you so much for turning out tonight for Robbie, and we'll see you again. Check out robbiefisher.bandcamp.com. Thank you.
And let's have an extra big hand for Mark, who's organised everything so diligently.
Thank you.
Hard work and that bloody internet.
Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you, Robbie, for your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful songs. Please do go to robbiefisher.bandcamp.com and check out all his wonderful music there. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, you lovely people. Thank you.
Right there.
Right.
Summer with nothing, he's a missing again. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Smoke signals. Just look at these smoke signals. Smoke signals. Where would be much smoke? There's got to be a dog on fire. Joe, I don't care what's right or wrong. I'm telling you, Joe, don't leave us too long. So they stuck him in a frame, then they hit him with the spotlight. Yeah, they stuck him in a frame, and they hit him with a spotlight.
Well, let the kids dance.
Let the kids dance. Let the kids dance.
They only got one chance. They only got one chance.
Ain't that a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of rain? Thank you very much, everybody. Good night, you lovely people. Well, that was good.